Guys, Mellon's back! I'm finally back after a week. So, you may have been wondering why I was inactive for a week. It was because the Fox's Plead song, it got a community guideline strike. Because there was this one part of the song where it showed a picture of a boy with a gun and there was a dead fox. And it was like a real life picture, okay? And because the community guideline strike said something about minors in dangerous situations, that's what got it in a community guideline strike. So as you saw in the re-upload, I had to change that part to a different picture. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Now time for me to catch up on where I was for the past week while I was on my strike. I had to make an alternate channel so I could still post while on my penalty. So, my strike isn't gone yet because the strike goes away in February of next year. I just had a penalty that didn't allow me to post anything for a week. I could only comment and stuff like that. I couldn't post or make any videos. So I had to make an alternate channel. I'm not gonna really talk about any negative things I posted on the channel since they were mostly vent stuff. So if you want to check them out, then just go and check out for yourself. But I'm definitely gonna catch you up on new creations and stuff like that. Okay, first off, we got some new crushes! So we got Chutaro, Fink, and Almond. Also, it's Serenal. I know you're watching this. I don't want you to make any messed up shit out of Fink. Do you understand me? Anyways, if you want to check out my reaction videos to their voice, you can check out my Hot Voice Reactions playlist. I added the crush reactions from my alternate channel in there. I swear to God, they sound handsome, especially Chutaro! I think Chutaro is gonna become the next Will. If you didn't know, back when I was still Claire, I had two boyfriends, Baku and Will. Like, Baku came first, and then at some point in 2022, I got a second husband, Will. I don't know if that's gonna happen with King and Chutaro, but we'll see. I think Chutaro's become my second biggest crush, because not only is his voice very hot, but also because he's constantly abused. And he's from a very short anime that was released years ago. And that anime is so, like, rarely known. It's barely ever brought up anymore unless you're, like, Japanese or something. If there's any Japanese people who remember this anime, they might bring it up. But Western people don't even. And it's sad. Okay, now time to introduce a derivative of me. A new OC. I made her a derivative of myself similar to how Pinocchio P made derivatives out of Hatsune Miku who are named Doshite-chan and Aimaina. In fact, I made her design similar to them too. So basically, she's based on my emotional crybaby sensitive side relating to love and stuff like fictional crushes, especially King. So basically, she wants to be treated like a baby and spoiled by her crushes. And if she doesn't get what she wants, she'll just get more and more sad. She's unable to die. And also, her name is based on Poroporo, which means tear dropping in Japanese. And now, time to introduce my new concept! It's called Pick Me Animal. I came up with the concept when, like, watching Sneeze Center Media for no real reason whatsoever. There was this clip of this anime character, if I remember correctly, she's from Assault Lily, and it's like a game, and apparently you can poke and interact with the characters in the game, like poke them, like click on them. So I thought, what if you could do that with handsome animals? And then this idea came to mind. So, it's about a middle school student named Haru, whose gender is up for the player to decide. So one day, they find a bunch of talking stuffed animals at their door. But here's the thing. Haru is attracted to cartoon animals just like me! So, basically the plot of the game is they try to build their relationships with all of them. It's sort of like an otome game, if you could say that. But yeah, that's pretty much the premise. And there's 6 animals. There's a fox, a parrot, a duck, a mouse, a raccoon, and a squirrel. And by the way, guys, that's for you guys to predict. I'll leave the link to the document in the description. And now, time to reveal the 3 new self-inserts! The first one is a bunny named Corapion. Her name comes from the word corazón, which means heart in Spanish. I ship her with Jotaro, the handsome mousey! Yeah. The second one is a tanuki named Daya, which is short for diamond, and she is a maid waitress. And I ship her with Fink. Don't think you're off the hook and set up! The third one is a Falanook named Arrow, like my friend. And also, I made her a Falanook because one of my friends in Google Chat brought up this weird animal called a Falanook and said, "This animal looks melancholy." And later, that surfaced to my brain when I started crushing on Almond. I was like, wow, maybe I should make a self-insert using this animal. So yeah, I did. She is a NEET. She still lives with her parents, even though she's fully grown. And she has autism and ADHD, meaning she has a sort of complicated attention span. And she kind of hates herself for it. But later, Almond finds out, and she learns to embrace it, and Almond loves her even more for it. Now, once you bring Shammy, the last self-insert I made before my strike, into the picture, you may be wondering, I'm starting to notice a pattern with these characters. Well, I made them like that for a reason. Want to know why? Because I made a new show! It's called Leave It to Shammy. It focuses on the wacky daily adventures of the sweetheart suits. I'm gonna leave a link to the document in the description as well. Also, I'm gonna have you guys guess what the last 3 are based on. For any of those who guessed Shammy as Clover Club, you are correct. Now guess the other 3. And as you saw in my last videos, I made a new Six-Suckish show. It's called Wow Wee Weo. I had a feeling that it would be hard for you guys to guess what this show is based on because it's not a baby TV show. It's actually a show from Italy that's rarely known in the West. So I'm going to spill the beans for you. It's based on Topo Gigio. It's this puppet mouse who basically makes a bunch of music videos and sings songs or whatever. I remember watching his songs a lot when I was younger, so basically, Wow Wee Weo is a parody of Topo Gigio's music videos, except that Chutaro, aka Wow Wee Weo, is always trying to get killed by the producers in one way or another. They'll try to, drop an anvil on him, or set him on fire, or explode him with a bomb. Yeah, I feel very bad for that boy. It's basically the same premise of Stupid, except it's in the style of a music video. I'll leave the link in the description box as well. Oh my gosh, guys! And if you didn't know, last night, Chutaro's voice actor noticed me! Oh my gosh! I was literally hopping and dancing and I couldn't stop. And I think you're all caught up, everybody. So yeah, if you want to check out my alt channel, you can right now. Okay, see ya!